A very good morning to all. Welcome to Global Online. Here we are back with our session for NTA UGC NET Paper 1 2022 batch, wherein we have taken practice questions today as a form of your MCQ revision series. Just a small announcement for all those who are waiting for the next coming cycle. Global Online is going to start new batches for upcoming cycle. The details will be shortly provided to you, exactly how, when, and in what when are this batches starting from, the dates, the time schedule will be given to you so that you can start preparing for your upcoming examination. At the same time, students who are now appearing for your examination, whose papers are scheduled in this coming days, we have a quick revision PDF for paper 1, which will be consisting of 2000 plus MCQs, updated MCQs, current affairs, previous year question papers, and most repeated questions. In order to get access to the same, you can get in touch with us on the given WhatsApp number. The fees for same is 599. This is for paper 1. For paper 2 also we have notes and MCQs available for the following subjects that is reflected on the screen. You can check your subjects, and for this also we have fees of rupees 1700, but currently and discount offer is going on, so fees is 1275. You can get in touch with us with the given contact number which is reflected on the screen in order to get access to the same. So now let's start with our session for the day, wherein we have certain practice questions based on the analysis. So let's see one by one. Here comes your question number 1. So question number 1 is the Government of India projects and the purpose of the project. So the projects are, Shodh Ganga, Swayam Prabha, Vidwan, and Sashakta. These are the projects which are listed on the screen, and the purpose is, expertise database research network is the first purpose. Thesis database, online content, DTH educational channel. So you can try to match it up and give the right answer correctly. Just go through all the options properly and then come to the right answer. Yes, good morning everyone, and you can start answering the questions with respect to match the following. Okay, Priya has Lakshmi Priya has already given the answer. Others, okay, just ensure that you are, in such questions also I have told you how to solve such questions. Let others answer, then we will go for, for the final answer and see what to see in such type of questions. Okay, so let's see. Okay, very good. Yes, so if you can see, now see we have the options listed, that is Shodh Ganga, Swayam Prabha, Vidwan, Sashakta. So obviously we know that Swayam Prabha is what? So Swayam Prabha is nothing but a DTH educational channel. So here they have not given any confusion. It's a clear question. So only DTH educational channel, that is B. Option number B, if you can see, is 4. And B, if you see, there is no one 4, but still you have to match yourself with all the options. So Shodh Ganga, yes, it is a thesis database. Swayam Prabha, that is a DTH educational channel. Vidwan is nothing but the expert database plus researcher network, and Sashakta is nothing but online content delivery platform. So in that matter, yes, option number A is the right answer. So here instead of 34, 32, they have not confused you with anything. Only clear cut question is there in order to come to your answer. And if it is B, in case if it's in other options, B4 is given. So it's your responsibility to match all the options correctly and go through it once before finalizing the answer. Okay, yes. Now question number 2, you have the exercise of reviewing the relevant literature is most closely related to which of the following. So this is from research aptitude. The exercise of review the relevant literature, that is literature review, is closely related to what? Is it related to formulating research problems, drawing a sample from the study, analyzing the quantitative data, or generalization of the finding? That is option number D. Question number 2 now everyone. Please write the question numbers also when you are answering. Here it is talking about what? Sorry, it is talking about an exercise which reviews the literature review. So it is closely related to which of the following steps? I mean, which of the following from the given list below? So it is formulating the research problem. It is talking about, drawing a sample for the study, analyzing the quantitative data, or it is generalization of the finding. Okay. Let's see. Now see. I don't know what went wrong. I mean, it's very easy question it was. We are talking about what? We are talking about a exercise, okay? A process, you can say, where we review the literature. Now, when we are talking about reviewing the literature, it is basically, why do we do that? In order to come up, like for example, you have selected a topic, okay? Now based on that topic, you go and find the literature, you review the literature, so that whatever topic you have selected and whatever literature you are getting, you find out a gap, and that gap is nothing but with the help of that gap you formulate a research problem. Generalization of a findings, it comes only after your analysis, I mean to say, of data. But here the question is not about analysis, question is about the relevancy of your literature review. So it is related closely with what? It is related closely with formulating of research problem. I hope everyone is clear with your confusion. Why there was a confusion? There is nothing which relates with the findings, but it is definitely with respect to what? With respect to the research problem. Okay, coming to question number 3. Now, which of the following is an example of descriptive statistic? That is t-square, then you have regression, standard deviation, and t-statistic. Now we have a following description, okay, of the descriptive example of a descriptive statistics. So which will be standing as one of the descriptive statistics? Okay, from the given, whether it is t, whether it's standard deviation, whether it's regression, or whether it's chi-square, what is the one which is, okay, question number 3A. Fine. Three explanation I will give you. Just first let me see the answers. Yes, others. Okay, so if you see, it is basically the one which is descriptive statistics is your standard deviation. Now let's have a look at all of them. Okay, so this is your option number 1, this is option number 2, this is option number 3, and this is option number 4. So the question was what? It was descriptive statistics. So when we talk about, let's first speak about standard deviation. It is a measure of amount of variation or dispersion of a set of values. So a low standard deviation indicates the values tend to close to the set, while a higher standard deviation indicates the values are spread out. And so when we talk about descriptive, it is what? It is related to standard deviation. Now when we talk about chi-square, it is a statistical test which is used to compare the observed result with expected results. So it's a comparison between observed and expected, and the test is to determine if there is a difference observed between data and that is observed data and expected data. It is which is basically with relationship between the variables one is studying. So now if you want to find out the expected or outcome, you go for chi-square test. Regression basically is again a statistical method used in finance, investing, and other disciplines that attempts to determine the strength of the character. Whereas t-statistic is simply calculated difference between the units. So here we are talking about what? Here we are talking about descriptive analysis. Statistics which will be given with the help of standard deviation and not with the help of any of the options given below. That is also I have explained you why, how. Okay. Fine. Yes. Now coming to question number 4. Question number 4 states that we have two statements. One is statement number 1 is sample sizes for qualitative research vary, okay, by technique but are generally small. I'll repeat again, the sample size for qualitative research, they are saying that it will vary by the technique but they are generally small. Whereas statements 2 states that qualitative research involves non-probability sampling. So which of the statements are true? That is from the given statement, which is true, which is false, which is correct, which is incorrect. So you need to define that. It talks about what? It talks about statement 1 and 2. One tells about sample sizes for qualitative research vary by technique but are generally small. Statements 2 says that qualitative research involves non-probability sampling. So which is right, which is wrong? Okay, we have started getting question number 4. Speed is little bit reduced. You can just increase your speed. Okay, okay, fine. You can just at least you can try to analyze what is your answer and whether you are right or wrong. Okay, let's have a look. So basically, their statement number 1. Now see, we are talking about what? We are talking about qualitative research. Okay, now what is statement number 1? That sample size for qualitative research vary by technique. Okay, yes, obviously, and they are generally small. So when we talk about qualitative research, it is in the form of a description where it varies depending upon what type of study you are going through. Okay, what type of your study is, based on that your techniques will be varying. So yes, statement number 1 is very true. Now when we talk about qualitative research, okay, it involves, see, they didn't say that qualitative research only involves non-probability. It involves, it means that it is non-probability sample where you have convenience sample, personal judgment, okay, networking, that is snowball. So all this, yes, will be a part because you may not get a direct response, and that's the reason you have to use a non-probability sampling. The statement is not saying that you have to only use this or not use that. It just says that it involves. Now they have not given a statement as probability or not. They have just given a involvement of non-probability sampling. Yes, we need to do that in qualitative research in order to get the responses either with the help of network or personal judgment. And hence statement number 1, that is both statement 1 option number 1, that is both statement 1 and 2 are true. Is it clear? Okay, now going with next. Now here in communication, such examples you get. So that is what I have brought. In communication, a shrug of shoulder. So when you shrug a shoulder, it is indicated what? Are you responsible? Are you honest? Are you interested? Or it is indifference. Shrugging of shoulder indicates what? So when we are talking about communication, a shrug of shoulder indicates what? Sorry. What does shrugging of shoulder in communication indicates? Yes, okay, question number 5. Okay, answer has started. Others also. Let me see what are the answers. Answer speed is little bit reducing, so be careful. Easy questions these are. So see, Lakshmi Priya, when you shrug off the shoulders, no, it is indicating that there is, it is indifferent. Means you are not ready to accept it. So either it is not responsibility, in fact it is indifference of opinion, view. That is called as what? Shrugging of shoulder. Means shrugging of shoulder indicates this is what you mean to say. Is it clear? Shireen, shrugging, it means, it's basically a negative, it's a movement of a shoulder. Okay, shrugging of shoulders is nothing but, movement, but in a, in a negative form. Slightly, you're moving the shoulder, but it is expressing ignorance, it is expressing indifference, or even if it is expressing doubt. Okay, so these 3 things you remember. Either doubt, either ignorance, or either indifference. So this can also be the word. The shrugging of shoulder means what? It's something you are having a doubt in some communication, or you are talking about ignorance or indifference. Is it clear? Fine, so we can go ahead. Okay, now which of the following is the strategy to overcome barriers? Read this question very carefully. They are asking about a strategy to overcome communication barrier. Setting of ground rules, aggression, advanced technology provision, or using of jargons, which indicates strategy to overcome, to come up with to solve your communication barrier. So which of them indicates that from the given option? Is it setting of ground rules? Is it aggression? Is it advanced technology? Is it provision, or is it use of jargons? Yes, okay. Yes. Lakshmi, very good. Okay. Others also, she has started, others also. So when we say the strategy to overcome the barrier, see, if you see aggression, advanced technology, use of jargons, it leads to barriers. Whereas setting the ground rules, it means following the norms, indicates what you want to overcome the barrier. Reva, aggression, technology, jargon, not technology, but aggression and jargons are it will complicate your communication, that is, it will create a barrier. Advanced technology also will create a barrier if you are not a tech savvy or you do not know to use it. Is it clear? Okay, I hope it is clear with everyone. Now, question number 7. The communication between two persons through letters is an instance of what? So here they are talking about communication within two persons is an example of what? Through letters. So intrapersonal, is it intrapersonal non-verbal, interpersonal verbal, or interpersonal non-verbal? Think over it and then answer. Easy question it is, but they have complicated you with the options. So it is talking about what? Communication which is through letters. Okay, indicating what? Okay, Lakshmi has started, others. Yes, Akshita, Lakshmi has answered, very good. So it indicates what? Interpersonal, two people, no? So interpersonal, Shrin, be careful, it is letters, it is given through letters, it means it is writing. So it is interpersonal verbal. It does not indicate sign language or spoken words. It is just talking about, it is indicating symbol, sign language. It is just talking about letters written. So it is verbal communication. Okay, Lakshmi, Narsima, be careful. See that it is intra, it means it is within ourselves. Okay, but here they have clearly mentioned it is between two persons. So it is interpersonal. Is it clear? Many of them are confused, but the right answer is interpersonal. Even Sunita is wrong. Sumita is wrong. So be careful. Very easy question. I don't know why it led to so much confusion. Next, which of the following is an example of which as in following is an example of new media? So is it newspaper, radio, Instagram, television? New media. So what it will be? This is again easy question, but if you do not read it properly or your attention is not there, it can lead to mistake. Which form of the given example is a form of new media? Question number 8, everyone. Yes, waiting for question number 8's answer, everyone. Question number 8. Which of the following is an example of new media? Okay. Yes. Yes, very good. So when we talk about new media, as per the latest media, that is what is Instagram. Okay, be careful. Everyone, those who have answered have answered right. So please put the attention properly. Okay. Now, hypertext transfer protocol is what? Is it used for transferring file from one computer to another? Is it a text-based protocol? Is it a protocol used to find IP address? Or is it fetching an HTML document from the web server? So what is hypertext transfer protocol? Hypertext transfer protocol. Is it transferring? Is it sending emails? Is it protocol used to find IP address or fetching an HTML document from a web browser? Okay. Longkoi, if I'm not wrong with your pronunciation, you are answering for question number what? 8 or 9? Hypertext transfer protocol. We have done this in very well in your ICT topic. So basically hypertext transfer protocol is used to fetch HTML document, okay, from a web browser. So the transfer protocol is used to find out a web, HTML document which is from which is basically from the web browser. Yes, Lakshmi Priya, very good. Okay. Now question number 10. Now question number 10 talks about people development and environment inceptions of certain acts, and they are talking about acts and inception of the years. So Water Prevention and Control Act, Air Prevention and Control Act, Environmental Protection Act, and the Factories Amendment Act. So let's see how many of you are able to do this. They are talking about the acts and the inception years. So there are 4 acts which they have given: Water Prevention and Control, Air Prevention and Control, Environment Protection, and the Factories Amendment Act. Yes, everyone. Okay, Lakshmi Priya, option number 10 is B. Others also? So let's see. The right answer is yes, option number B, that is A, Water Prevention and Control Act, that is 1974. Yes, Air Prevention and Control Act, that is 1981, Environmental Protection Act, that is 1987, and the Factories Amendment Act, that is Water Prevention and Control Act, that is 1974, Air Prevention and Control Act, that is 1981, Environmental Protection Act is 1986, and the Factories Amendment Act is your 1987. I hope it is very clearly read. Okay, so option number B stands to be right. Yes. Now, who chaired the first committee which was constituted by Government of India on women's education after independence? Now here they are talking, this is from higher education, who chaired the first committee. So they are asking about chairing the one who has chaired the first committee which was constituted by Government of India on women's education after independence. So was it Dr. Radhakrishnan, was it Durgabai Deshmukh, was it Hansa Mehta, or Kamla Chaudhary? So one who has chaired the committee with reference to what? With reference to one which was constituted by Government of India on women's education after independence. 10th is okay. 10th we have done. 10th is B, right? We are talking about 11th question. Is it 11th question, Abhinav, which is answered by you? Question numbers just put properly. Okay. 11th. Okay, now see here very carefully. The one who chaired the committee which was constituted on women's education after independence was not Dr. Radhakrishnan but was Dr. Durgabai Deshmukh. Please be careful. It is asking, no, it is not about Dr. Radhakrishnan. It is the committee which was chaired first after independence, that is on women's education after independence, which was constituted by Government of India. That was Dr. Durgabai Deshmukh. Be careful. Yes. So Abhinav, it is not Dr. Radhakrishnan, it is Dr. Durgabai Deshmukh. Okay. 11th is B. Be careful for that. Question number 12. Now it talks about disruptive technologies in education mean. So they are asking question number 11. Most of you have went wrong. It is not Dr. Radhakrishnan. It is Dr. Durgabai Deshmukh, who has chaired the first committee on women's education after independence. Okay. Now, disruptive technologies in education means what? New technologies that completely change the way the things are done, prevention of technology in education, use of artificial intelligence or absolute technology. So what is disruptive technology called as from the given list? Is it new technologies that completely change the way the things are done, prevention of technology in education, use of artificial intelligence or absolute technology? What it indicates? Twelfth, okay. So question number 12, yes, others also. So when we talk about new technology, when we talk about disruptive technologies, it means the new technologies that are completely change the way the things are done in education. So that becomes a disrupt, okay, that becomes disruptive. So disruptive technology in education is the one where the technologies are completely change the way the things are done. Okay, so that is called as new technologies that completely change the ways in which the things are done or are handled. Fine. 12th, Shravani, it is not a use of artificial intelligence, it is new technologies. Fine. Yes. Now question number 13, it is talking about the points which are the presence of the following points which poses a challenge for higher education, that is large affiliating universities, ineffective regulatory system, limited teacher and institutional autonomy, emphasis on research. It is talking about challenge. So be careful, you can get this as what the confusing question. Efficient merit based career management and progression. So what is that? Question number 13 talks about the presence of following points which poses as a challenge. Okay. So yes, you can go with you can go with eliminating round. Okay. So yes, option number A, very true. So if you see over here, ineffective regulatory system, or if you can see a challenge which is like a challenge, so obviously large affiliating universities, okay, ineffective regulatory system, as well as limited teacher, and see these are tending to be what challenges. Emphasis on research, efficient merit base, these are all things which can be achieved, but rest of the things are challenge in order to get the education system in place as per the new education policy 2020, that is 2020. Be careful, some of you have marked emphasis on research, it is odd man, you can eliminate that cannot be a challenge. You are just growing with the help of research, cannot be a challenge. So option number D also, if you eliminate, it will be right, your option number A will be right. Okay. 13th is not option number D, wrong. It's emphasis on research is not a challenge. See, research is something which you can learn every now and then and try to come up with a solution, which cannot be a challenge. In fact, you are moving ahead, you're progressing, you're developing. Fine. Now question number 14, in the role of test constructor, how does teacher proceed? So teacher it's basically what, in a role of test constructor, How should a teacher proceed? Prepare the test items, list the major course, prepare a table, specify the course, or discard the unrealistic objective. So as a test constructor, how a teacher will proceed? Question number 14, everyone. Yes, you can read it and answer it properly. Elimination also you can go. Okay, question number 14, everyone. Yes. So 14, let's 14. Okay. So 14C, option number D. Now see how the teacher proceed. So obviously discarding the realistic objectives is the main thing. Okay. Then it is talking about what you have to tell about the specify the unit objectives. Okay. Then it talks about what it talks about your that is yes, discarding the realistic objectives, specifying the course unit or the course content, listing out the major objectives, then preparing the timetable specification and preparing the test. Now basically if you have understood this question very well, which I purposely did not tell you, it is if you understood this part how a teacher should proceed, it means it is asking you to tell the sequence. Okay, it is not, I purposely bit of confusion I created to just to see how you are answering the question. It is here what was the question in a role of a test constructor, how a teacher should proceed. It means that these are the given options and how the teacher has to list them. So first of all, obviously the teacher has to know the content or the unit what the teacher wants to teach. Then the teacher will come to what? The teacher will come to the list of objectives. It means what are the objective of the course. Then the teacher will eliminate the unrealistic objectives. And after that teacher will prepare a table and then will prepare the test items to match the instruction objective. So it is basically asking about what? It is asking about the process which a teacher should follow in order to as a constructor. Fine? Yes. Now question number 15, there are two statements. Now the statement talks about, this topic is from teaching aptitude. The brain constitutes to develop throughout childhood and adolescence. So this is statement 1. Statement 2 says the logical and goal oriented action begins in sensory motor period. Now I have taken these all stages in your teaching aptitude, specifically theory class. So I have given you all the important characteristics of these particular of this particular stages. So now they are telling that the brain constitutes to develop throughout the childhood and adolescence. That is statement number 1. The logical and goal directed actions begins in the sensory motor period. That is statement number 2. So which statement is right, which statement is wrong? Yes, everyone. Question number 15 on the screen. Okay. So when we talk about the right and wrong statement is option number A. Yes, Lakshmi Priya, you are right. Now see, the brain constitutes to develop throughout. Yes, it is. It is throughout all the stages. Okay. The logical and goal oriented actions, yes, they begin in sensory motor stage. That is, that is an initiation of your logical and goal directed actions, which starts with what? Which starts with sensory motor stage. Ayushi, Shrin, Sajil, please be careful. Both the statements are correct. The brain constitutes, how can it be incorrect statement? Development of the brain is, throughout. Okay, so it cannot be incorrect. At the same time, sensory motor stage starts with what? Logical and goal directed actions. So that is also correct. So option number 1, that is statement number 1 as well as statement number 2, both are correct. Okay, no, statement C is incorrect, everyone. It is talking about the logical, that is sensory motor stage, after you cross a specific age group. At that time the logical and the goal directed action begins in the stages. Is it clear? Okay, so yes, that's all 15 question we had for a day. So any student who's having your exams in second shift or in tomorrow morning, so all the best to all. We have still some days to go. After that we will be announcing you with the new batches and how the things are going to start. So anyone who is starting or who is preparing for the upcoming cycle, that is next cycle, can join the sessions and can definitely learn and crack yourself with your first paper, first as well as second paper. Okay, yes, thank you everyone. See you in the next class.